Hello, cheapskaters. Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Kath. I'm the creator of the Cheapskates Club, where our goal is to live life debt-free, cashed up, and laughing. If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome. And of course, if it's not, welcome back. I am so glad you could join us again. Couple of things, housekeeping-wise, channel keeping-wise. Live chat's enabled tonight. If you'd like to join live chat, we'd love to have you share the conversation with us. So to do that, you need to be logged into your YouTube account or your Gmail account. That is a YouTube requirement, not a Kath requirement. And please remember, play nice. Keep your comments respectful. We all have different views. We are all at different stages in this cheapskating journey. And so what suits me may not suit you, and what suits you may not suit someone else. So we'll keep it nice and pleasant, and we can all learn from each other. Okay, let me just flip down because we've got 22 people watching. That's great. Do I see 22 thumbs up? That would be even greater. I would like that even more. Hi, Jenny. Hello, Cassandra. Hi, Barb. Keeping cool. Oh, my goodness. That's almost impossible, isn't it? It got to like 37 here today. It was disgusting. No, Lacey Dog is not at our house tonight. She's at, we call it her holiday home. We tease Hannah and say Lacey's at her holiday home. She's at home with Hannah. Stay as long as you can, Barb. We understand. Hi, Sandra. Hello, Annabelle. It's going to be hot here. Hello, Sylvia. Hi, Yvonne. Glad you could make it on time, but it doesn't really matter because you can always catch up on the replay. Jules, Tabitha. Hi, Joy. Did you get my messages? I'll talk to you after the show, maybe. GS Salmon. Hi, Charlene. I wondered who that was. Was it G5? Oh, honestly, my eyes are bad. Rosanna, hello. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Estelle. Going for a bike ride was cooler than coming home. Yeah, maybe you should have closed your curtains, your windows, locked the doors. If you've got surprising how much hot air can come in or cold air can get out around the bottom of your windows sills too, pack them with tea towels or hand towels or bath towels or sheets or something, because that, if you don't have the foam tape, because so much hot air comes in under windows like that. I was astounded. Hello, Kylie. Happy anniversary. We've just had 36 years. Although I've known Wayne for 52 years. Oh my goodness, that's a long time, isn't it? Yeah, that's a very long time. Hi, Michelle. Hello, Beverly. Yeah, check the gaps around your windows. Surprising how much hot air they'll let in or warm air they'll let out in winter. You can get tape from any hardware store, that foam tape. You might need to just get a little sample and see how thick it needs to be for your windows to actually close tight, and it's self-sticky. I did around our front door one weekend when Wayne was away, and the old stuff was starting to come off. Mind you, it had been there since the house was built, so I suppose, you know, it was supposed to come off. And I just went to the hardware and got some sticky stuff and went around the door and across the bottom of the door to keep the drafts out. All our windows are done. It's amazing just how much of a difference that will make for you. Hello, Sue. Well, we were both still in primary school. Oh no, I was in primary school. He was in high school. He's older than me. Um, yeah, dark bricks and black roofs, they do make everything hot. Um, our neighbours on that side behind me have a 2-story house, which is fine. Um, downstairs stays cool until upstairs heats up, and then everything stays hot. But when they renovated their house, they got their roof, and their roof is white. It was so white. It was like snow white, literally snow white. It was blindingly white. It has faded and softened a bit, but they did that on purpose to reflect the light. Yeah. Um, so, alrighty, 43 people watching. Thank you so much. YouTube loves it when people watch us live. They love it. They love it when you talk in the chat. They love it when you leave comments. If you don't have chat and you want to leave a comment, you can do that in the discussion box below me after the show. And if you have a question tonight, all caps, just so it stands out in the chat, because the chat floats by really quickly and I'm old and slow. I don't always see it. So to make your questions stand out helps me to find them, and you'll get an answer. What else did I have on my list? Got to check the list, folks. Who else works off lists? I work off lists all the time. We're going to have 38 tomorrow. It's our forecast. So it'll be a bit hotter. A weensy bit hotter. I'm thinking I don't like it. Okay. Done that. Just making sure I've done that. Now, we also, you will find in the discussion box below me, and I'm waffling on because I'm just waiting for people to catch up. There's a link to our website. There's a link to sign up for our free weekly newsletter. That newsletter is free. I send it out free of charge to you. All you have to do is put in your name, your first name, and your email address. That's all you have to do. And all you will get from me is Cheapskates News. Newsletter once a week. Hi, Delaney. Glad you could join us. Hope you're feeling well. Hope the heat's not been too dreadful for you. On that note, we've got a few cheapskaters on the sick list. Some of them are having a bit of a hard time with other things happening in their lives. So if you could keep them in your thoughts and your prayers, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And that little boost might be just what gets them through the crisis in their life at the moment. All right, new comments coming faster than I can read them. Yeah, Joy says she's got a white roof too, and it makes a difference to the cooling. Yep, I can believe it. All right, so tonight's show is Bazinga Bazonga. How $5 here, $2 there, maybe $1, 50 cents, whatever, $10 can make you rich, or it can keep you poor. It's the way we use it that makes the difference. So if we're in the habit of spending, I don't know how much coffee is to buy because I don't buy it. So $5, make it easy for my brain. If you buy a coffee even once a week at $5 a week, that's $260 a year. $10 a week, $260 a year, roughly. $260 a year is a lot of money that you are putting into a paper cup and a liquid that you can use for something else. That $260 could make a huge difference over the term of your mortgage if you boosted your mortgage payment by $5 a week. Doesn't sound like much, $5 a week, not going to make much difference. But the power of compounding interest, it does make a big difference. Little things add up, and they can keep you broke. They can make you really rich. the 50-cent McDonald's ice cream on the way home from school with the kids. It's hot and everyone's grumpy and you just want to get home and you think you'll give them a treat and you'll go through the McDonald's drive-through. Well, I had 3 kids, so that would be in today's money $1.50. If you do that every week, that's $7.50 a week over 40 weeks, because we've got 40 weeks of school. Let me get my brain's not working, so be kind to me. What did I say? By 40. That's no. 7.5 times 40. That's $300 over a school year. That's a month's grocery money you've just handed off to a junk food multinational for fake ice cream. Wowzers. Little things, folks. The little things really, really make a difference. Thank you, Barb. Yes, thumbs up would be really, 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 really helpful. Charlene's got a cream roof. Hi, Hev. Cold out, heat in, heat out, cold in. Whatever works, whatever you have to do. It makes a difference. It makes a difference to how comfortable your living space is, but it makes a difference to the bills you pay too. And again, it might only be a little difference, but do that for every bill and it adds up. It all adds up. So it's really little things. We often dismiss them as being, doesn't matter. It's only $1.50 for ice creams. Doesn't matter. You know, I can scrounge $1.50 from the lounge cushions if I have to, or, you know, jingle Wayne's shorts before I put them in the wash, and there's bound to be $1.50 in change. Not a problem. But it adds up. And whether money's tight or whether our budget's fully funded, whether we're rolling in money, and we still need to be aware of the little things and how we treat those small amounts of money and how we make them work for us. Sorry about the noise. I've got the dishwasher going, the washing machine going. It's going to be really hot tomorrow, so everything's going out tonight. I think the washing machine is going to spin through the laundry wall. Oh no. Those little things really make a difference to our future life. And I was reading something a few weeks ago, and they were talking about being kind to their future self. And I thought, be kind to your future self. That's a bit airy-fairy for me. Just do it and get it over with. But it is actually, if you are thinking ahead, if you're planning ahead, you are being kind to your future self, because you're taking away stress. You're making sure your life is comfortable. You are going to be debt-free, cashed up. You're going to be laughing when all around you are struggling and miserable. I was in the kitchen earlier and Wayne had the news on, and I wasn't really paying much attention until I heard something about school lunches. It's Channel 7 News. Some of you may have heard it. The average school lunch is over $7 for a school lunch. Mind you, they weren't particularly healthy, and they were the healthy lunches were rather exotic, like butter chicken, and my kids wouldn't have thought to have butter chicken for a school lunch. That was like a dinner at home. And then they said, but it takes 2 hours a week to pack school lunches. Now, correct me if you heard it, and if you heard that on the news and I misheard it, could you correct me? But I'm sure they said that you can do the lunches ahead, which I do, I do our lunches ahead every week. I do not spend 2 hours getting our lunches organised. I don't spend 2 hours getting all our meals for the whole week organised, for crying out loud. How could anyone spend that much time doing lunches? I was gobsmacked. And I was trying to decide whether the focus of the story was to encourage people to pack lunches or say, you know, it might be expensive to buy lunch, but really it takes so much time. Your time is more, you're better off paying for them. I don't know. I'm still confused about that. If you've got kids at school, and even $7 once a week, but if you've got 2 or 3 kids or 4 or 5 kids at school, that's going to add up really, really quickly. When our kids were at school, they were allowed to have tuck shop once a term. They got a lunch order once a term, and they only got it because Wayne's mum and my mum actually paid for it for them as a treat. That was a granny and grandma treat for the kids. They got their lunch order once a term. And it was still only, it was under $2, depending on what they had now. Admittedly, it was 10, 12 years ago, but goodness me, no way could we have afforded $7 for a lunch order from the canteen, even if it is butter chicken. Hi, Jane. All right. Just checking. Hello, Janine. Well, we're glad you found us again too. Hi, Eve. Well done, Estelle. And yes, the money is better in your savings. On the other hand, my average daily usage is about half the expected for one-person house. Yep. Hannah does really well on her power bill. She gets the bill and the add-ons, the supply charge and yada, yada, yada is like that long, and it's a little tiny bit for a bill, and her bill is probably, I don't know, 20%. The actual usage is between 15 and 20% of the total bill. She goes mental. She goes nuts about it. She hates it. $7. Thanks, Maureen. Did that shock you too? I'm sorry, but I've got things on my table. I'm using my glass mat here. I'm sorry if you can hear the rattling. I'm trying to be very quiet. $7. Well, you had children. It's $7. Oh my goodness. I would never pay $7 for a school lunch. Yeah, Barb says her dinner took 10 minutes tonight. Ours, well, the hands-on time to cook tea isn't very much, isn't long at all. I use my tools. I use the pressure cooker. I use the slow cooker. I will use the pressure canner, and then the meals are really easy with the pressure canner because they just need to be nuked and till they're warm, and then they're ready to eat. It's super simple. I use my steamer, my veggie steamer. I know Delaney posted over on Cheapskates Chatter, that's our Facebook group if you're new, about using her veggie steamer and her rice cooker. I don't have a rice cooker anymore. It died. And I've never replaced it because I do the rice in the microwave. But I use the veggie steamer all the time. If I want to do potatoes and sweet potato for salad, I don't have to watch the pot on the stove to make sure it doesn't boil over or whatever. I just put them in the steamer, turn the timer on, and I can do other things while it's merrily doing its own stuff. And if it's really hot, I can whack it out on the veranda and do it outside, so it's not even heating up the kitchen. Those little things may seem odd and Perhaps if you don't have one, it might seem like an expense, but it's going to save a lot of time, it's going to save a lot of energy, and it will save you money over that time. Well, does anyone know how much a sandwich is? Estelle says most of her colleagues would pay at least $7 for their lunches. I don't know how much a sandwich is. How much would be a chicken and salad sandwich from a lunch shop or a food van or whatever? I was thinking as I was making Wayne's lunch and listening to this, I thought next time I go to our local shopping centre, I'm going to wander around the food court because there's a couple of sandwich places there, and check out the prices of their sandwiches and actually see. I might even sneak photos of their menu boards and see what's on them. Because when I did chicken and salad for Wayne's lunch today, so it was leftover roast chicken. So, a little goes a long way. And I make a little go a long way because I actually shred it. And I use my hand beater, not the stand mixer, the hand mixer, the electric one, to shred the chicken. Really easy, and it only takes like a couple of seconds, and it's so easy to wash a couple of beaters, easier than standing and trying to fork it to separate it with these old arthritic fingers that don't work. So it's chicken, and then you had lettuce, you had cucumber, you had tomato, you had grated carrot, you had beetroot, onion. Did I say chicken? Yeah, the chicken, and some mayo. That's a salad sandwich. I didn't put cheese on it because it was having mayo. If you hadn't been having mayo, I'd have put cheese on it. There you go. And I don't know why I do that, but if we have mayo, we don't have cheese. If we have cheese, we don't have mayo. It's just the way I do sandwiches. There's no rhyme or reason. Okay. Hi, Jan. Cheryl says lunch when I was a kid was a Vegemite or jam or Devon or peanut butter sandwich with a piece of fruit, and recess was a couple of biscuits and cordial to drink. Yeah. And if you had cordial, you were a rich kid because other kids just got water. So much easier. So much easier. Hello, Sheena. Glad you could join us. I have butter chicken as lunch order, Maureen. That's like, Eve, I bet it was delicious too. But Eve had butter chicken for dinner. Yeah, you're right, Delaney. Hannah goes mental over her bills because her gas bill is hardly anything. Her power bill is hardly anything. There's only her there. She's very conscious of her bills, and she goes mental. And her water bill is a joke, because her garden is very is really drought. Well, it's well established, but it's really drought tolerant too. She doesn't have to water. She doesn't water at all for her garden. Sheena says she couldn't believe school 7 to. I thought I heard salmon, and then I thought, no, surely not. Not at the price of it. Oh my goodness. $16. Ouch. Delaney says appliances with timers are brilliant. Yes, they are. They will save you money. It's a little thing, and it might only save you 25 cents or 50 cents, but if it does that continually, it adds up, and it can add up to a big saving and keep you rich, not poor. We get into the mindset of spending and thinking, it's only $10, doesn't really matter. I'll get invited out for lunch. Oh, it's only $20. It's fine. I can afford $20. And you can once probably. But if you do it every week, it's over $1,000 a year. You do it every month, It's $240 a year. It's a lot of money. When we sit down and think about those things, and I know that it might make me sound like I'm being mean and stingy and miserable, but I'm not. I'd rather know that the bills are paid, the emergency fund is right, the budget's set, we've got something in savings to fall back on if we decide we want to go away for a weekend, or we want to fly to Broome for a week in July. We've got the money to be able to do that, because we ditch the stuff that's not important. We're not spending money on stuff that's not important, so we've got the money for the things that are important to us. It's a little mindset change. And really, I use the best thing. One of the best things we've had in the last couple of years are the Yetis. I'm using Hannah's. She left it here, so you know what? You leave it in my house, it becomes my property. I'm using hers. She has a couple of them, but I'm using the small one for my coffee. We gave Wayne a Yeti for Christmas, and so, sorry, local coffee shop, you're missing out, but I make his coffee and put it in the Yeti in the morning. He complained because it stays hot too long. Can't please some people. But it costs me about, I think I worked out it was 56 cents to make his coffee in the morning, as opposed to the $5 odd, $5.40 I think it was, at the coffee shop. I can make 2 weeks worth for the price of one. It's a big difference. And it's just a little thing, but he still gets his coffee fix. He still gets his nice milky coffee fix because that's what he likes. But we keep more money in our budget. Little things. The 56 cents doesn't sound like much, but when you add it up, it's going to put a nice hefty bit back in our bank account at the end of the year. We'll still have money in our bank account. It won't be going to the coffee shop. Got off track there, didn't I? $7 for a sandwich would be supermarket price, I think. Ooh. $16. $16 for a sandwich in the food court. I'd be taking my own. I will happily meet people in food court, but I take my drink and I take a snack. I'm not $16. Oh my goodness, Maureen. No wonder people have to work. If they're buying their lunch, they're buying their coffee on the way to work, they're buying their snacks, they're working to pay for the food they eat. That is just shocking. Annabelle says, when Andy was working in Adelaide, his workmates all spent at least $20 a day on food and drinks. He was the only one that took his. He took packed morning tea. I remember you writing about that, Annabelle, and what you will put in his lunch for him. $20 a day. That's $100 a week. $4,800 a year if you've got your 4 weeks off, or 6 weeks off. So $4,600 a year. Although I suppose if you spend that much on a work day, you're going to spend more when you're on holiday, aren't you? That is a lot of money. That is a bucket load of money. What could you do with that much money? $9.40 for a chicken and salad sandwich at the hospital cafe. Ouch. Yeah. We could start a campaign to make food. We really can't, because these people are in business to make money and feed their families and pay their bills and keep other people employed. But isn't it shocking? Oh my gosh. Well done, Annabelle. Be interesting to compare At the moment, my packed lunch cucumber from your garden, yum, it's free. Cucumber is great. Egg and lettuce sandwich for $9.80. Jenny, that's ridiculous. Eve just checked. Canteen tuna salad sandwich $6.50. 14-year-old son needs 10 of them to fill him up. They must be skinny little sangers. Oh dear. Water is very expensive in Australia. It's a very precious resource here. We are a very, very drought-prone country as a country. And so water is really expensive. We shouldn't be wasting it, but gosh, it costs a lot. I love that. Can't take your designer duds with you. Do you know what? We had to go to we were going to the Air Force Ball a few years ago. I did not have a dress. I did not have a formal dress. The only formal dress I had at the time was my wedding dress, and it wasn't quite suitable for the Air Force Ball. So I went shopping and I picked up a beautiful, absolutely stunning, fits like a glove, designer label for $80. It retailed for $890. I still have that dress. Mum made me a gold silk shawl to wear because it was cool, and I had strappy gold shoes, heels to wear with it, and I made a little, out of some of the silk that was left from the shawl, I made a little purse to carry. The whole outfit cost under $100. And I've worn it. I wear it a lot. We go anywhere formal where I have to be formal, where, long dresses are required and whatever. I bring out my dress and I wear it. I don't really care. It's, so old. I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, if I say Kelly green, you're going to know what I mean. That beautiful green, bluey green with more green than blue, but that beautiful, rich, not quite an emerald. It's just stunning. And yeah, I don't tell them it came from a seconds rack, because you know what was wrong with it? The hem was starting to come down. So needle and thread in about 3 minutes fixed it. So I think telling them they can't take their design duds with them. Yep. Yeah, you don't have to go every week. Pick and choose. Pick and choose. The other thing with that, Joy, is I bet you budget an entertainment amount anyway. So, hello, Kelly. Alrighty, sorry. Oh, these comments are coming in faster than I can keep up with them, guys. Katie's wedding dress for under $200. Yep. I've never seen the attraction in gambling, Annabelle. I think I've probably told everyone before, but my kids used to say, oh, could we do this, or could we go climb Mount Everest? And I go, yes, when we win lotto. And they just look at each other and go, that means never, because Mum doesn't buy lotto tickets. It's gambling. I've got better things to do with however much money it costs to buy a lotto ticket. So, yeah, gambling's a bit of a waste of money. I know it's an addiction for some people. Tobacco is another addiction that's nasty and very expensive. BCF, the Yetis came from BCF, Estelle, on a I had a discount to use. Yetis don't come on sale. That's their thing. They do not come on sale. But I had a discount thing to use at BCF, so off we went to BCF. Yeah, comes from the mad money. Well, there you go. You've budgeted for it, and if that's your only splurge, Joy, it's not such a bad one, and you've covered it in your budget. It's the little things that we spend our money on without really thinking about that keep us poor. That mean that when it's time to pay the mortgage, we're scrabbling to make sure the money's in the bank. It means when the power bill comes in, we're going, oh no, we're going to eat rice bubbles and water for the next 2 weeks because we can't afford food. Because without thinking, it's those mindless, I said $5 here, $2 there, and it might not even be that much. It could be something as simple as the packet of chips and the bottle of soft drink and the block of chocolate in with the groceries. We'll have a treat this weekend. Well, that's a really expensive treat. That's a $20 treat. That's a good way to bust your grocery budget, but it's also a good way to go broke. $420 a week. It's a week's wages for some people. Oh, sorry, Estelle. Was it Eve? It was. Sorry. You're above. You're in the comment above. Okay. See, told you. Comments move. They shift on me all the time. $420 a week. That's a week's wages. Okay. So there you go. It's 8:07. If you've got no questions, I'm going to let you go early. I've had a really, really, really busy the last week. It was just dreadful with different things happening. And lack of sleep doesn't make me a nice person. It makes me a very mean person, as someone found out this afternoon. So I'll let you all go. But I don't want you to be miserable. I don't want you to think of living the cheapskate's way as depriving yourself. And I don't want you to think of it as, mean and Scroogey and horrible, miserly. Because it's not. We live the cheapskate's way because we choose to treat our money differently. We choose to treat our money so that we have a long-term benefit from it, not a short-term benefit. Sure, we can still have those short-term instant gratification things that we all need those now and then. It's no spending month, and guess what? So many good craft things on sale, and I'm not buying them. But because it's no spending month, oh my goodness, it's hard. Like I need more craft stuff, folks. But when we have a bigger picture, when we look ahead and when we have a plan for how our money is going to work for us, we're not working for the money's going to work for us. It's so much easier when we can think ahead and think of our future self and being kind to our future self by having the money in the bank to pay the car registration when it falls due, by having the money for the school fees, by, it really, does a $5 cup of coffee, is it really going to make that much difference? No, I don't think it will. So as you go about this week, be conscious perhaps of your spending. It might be that I'm staying out of op shops because I have a list of things that I want from op shops. And you notice I said want, not particularly need, but want. And I'm sure if I went op shopping, I would find them. But I need to revisit why I want them and how I'm going to use them so that my future self will benefit from them. Otherwise, it's just more money spent and clutter in the house. So I'm staying out of op shops, especially this month for No Spending Month. There you go. Okay. I will let you go. I like Shears Barb though. So I'll let you go. Have a great week, everyone. Just be conscious that little things, the little amounts, the $5, the $2, the $1, 50 cents, the $10 here, the 20, can make you rich or they can keep you broke. It's entirely up to you. If you are not already subscribed to our channel, please click that subscribe button. Thumbs up. We've got 61 people watching at the moment. That's really good. Thank you so much for joining me. If you all give me a thumbs up, that just shows YouTube that people actually do watch our channel, and it makes the channel easier to find. And like I say all the time, the easier we are to find, the easier it is for us to spread the message that it is absolutely okay to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing, even in 2025, and it is absolutely possible to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing, even in 2025. So have a great week, everyone. Remember, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments in the description, the discussion thing below me, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you're not already subscribed to our newsletter, click on the link, it's down there, and subscribe to that too. Okay, I will be back next week, same time, same YouTube channel. And until then, have a great week and happy cheapskating, everyone. See you soon.